So guys, finally, it don't cast. Shettima might be heading to the ADC. Is he going there to deputize Peter Obi or what? Now, take a look at this video headline. It says, explosive, Shettima to join ADC as Tinubu to replace him ahead of 2027. To deputize Obi, fact emerges. So guys, Shettima might likely be heading to the ADC. This is coming after the whole pressure coming from the United States on the Tinubu's government. Tinubu might end up dumping Shettima, looking for another person from a Christian background. So Shettima might likely not be Tinubu's running mate, considering the big mistake they made in the last election, feeding in a Muslim ticket. So that is not going to sell this time because of all the genocide that has been going on, and also, the pressure that is coming from the United States. Tinubu does not want to make that mistake again of feeding in a Muslim deputy. And now there are speculations that Shettima, who does not also want to leave politics, might be heading to the ADC. So guys, a whole lot is happening. Now, if you've been on the news, you must have seen that Dati Baba Met's elder brother was on channel yesterday, but he said Tinubu shouldn't run, Atiku shouldn't run. Now, how do you think things are going to play out come 2027? Honestly, with the tension coming from the United States, you must have heard that the US might split Nigeria. The Northerners are fighting bad. They are fighting hard to make sure it doesn't happen. But guess what? Because America has looked at it, it seems to be, as in there is no possible way to settle the insecurity ravaging Nigeria, because the politicians are all in it and sympathizers of these terrorists are all in it. So the US is thinking, let's just split the country so that these people will be on their own, these people will be on their own. But the news now coming is that, Tinubu might dump Shettima because of all this pressure coming from the US, and he might be going for a Christian deputy, which some people have said maybe Coker, that's Bishop Coker, or Christopher Musa, or also the National Assembly former Dogara, the speaker for National Assembly that has once served as a speaker. So he might be the one to replace. Anyway, guys, this is a very sweet conversation. All this is happening because Shettima, not just a Muslim, he has been tapped to have links with terrorists. So he's not really a very good candidate at such a time to be presented to Nigeria, and also to tell America, okay, this partnership is actually going to protect Christians. So guys, I want you to take your time and watch these videos. Take your time and really watch these videos in detail to get all the juice, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.
That Kashim Shettima has been mum, but that there is a possibility he will join the ADC to be a vice for the remaining 4-year term to Peter Obi. And a lot of Nigerians said such a speculation cannot be true. Kashim Shettima has alleged or pledged his loyalty to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is it possible that just because he may not be considered as a VP, that he will be joining the ADC? Well, we're going to be looking into that in the course of the conversation this evening. Mr. Martins, good evening. Happy New Year to you.
Good evening.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I already prepared the listeners that you would give it to them as it is expected, so they should just get prepared for you. Mr. Martins Onovo, it is a delight to have you, even though you're joining us via the telephone today.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
All right, Mr. Martins, let's go straight to this. You know what is going on with insecurity in the country, Mr. Martins, and we've heard about the $9 million lobbying that the federal government, gave with the American government to supposedly put the narrative that it is not a Christian genocide. It was to correct it that, they want to continue to partner with the Nigerian government and with the American government to rout out Boko Haram, ISWAP, Mahmoud, Lakurawa, and all the terror cells in Nigeria. And later we saw a particular report that was released about yesterday or 2 days ago about a man in Onitsha whose supposed source is what Trump relied on to do what he did on December 25. But the thing is this, Mr. Martins, is security, the effort from our security agencies has picked up. Today, we heard about 3 individuals, 3 of them, ISWAP recruitment agents, were arrested in Borno. We also heard that the same operation Hadinkai in Borno were able to find out the supply chains of the Boko Haram, their medical supplies, where they keep their fuel, food items, and all of that. We've been seeing their Air Force really doing a lot of groundwork and Air Force work as well, in bombing the areas, and they have been prepared where these guys don't visit and they take them off. What would you say to this?
Well, let me not agree with you. Let me not agree with you because I think that there are contrary facts.
Okay, what are the contrary facts?
Yes, for over 5 years, we have insisted that the APC, the ruling party, is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. We have insisted in the public that the facts show that there can be no other conclusion. So this analysis is based on news information. In our opinion, is far from the reality. The facts are very clear, even to the blind. But because the ruling party is pushing a different narrative and the media is broadcasting it, people are getting confused. The facts are clear, very clear.
Mr. Martins, you're saying that people are getting confused because the media is giving a different narrative than what is realistically on ground? Mr. Martins Onovo. All right, we'll try to recall Mr. Martins. I think the network this time around, I do hope that we don't have issues, because I really want to hear what Mr. Martins' perspective is on this. Mr. Martins, I think, is of the same perspective of Barrister Darlington, that the APC are the ones who brought in insecurity in Nigeria. So he's not expecting anything different, and that possibly whatever it is that is being said in the media is not the truth. So if what is being reported in the media is not the truth, then where are we getting, current pictures of some of the bases of these stories that have been literally lit up? And the supply weapons that were also presented, where they got the fuel and all the access and avenues through which these individuals reside. The Nigerian army was able to post a couple of pictures, on social media and give us updates. So is Mr. Martins and Barrister Darlington telling us that all of that are false and videos or false pictures? Okay, well, let me try to reconnect with Mr. Martins, and then we'll see how a house would hurt itself for whatever selfish purpose, I don't know, or what it would be that something that was done by a set of people to gain an advantage decided on their own to possibly look for a means to quench the fire after it has escalated beyond their control. We're going to, Mr. Martins Onovo's number is busy. Okay, while we're trying to contact him, we're also going to be looking at Imo State. Now, something funny transpired in Imo State, and what is that? We heard in Imo State that Hope Uzodinma actually sponsored a pilgrimage of INEC members, INEC staff. Officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Imo State reportedly cancelled a planned pilgrimage to Jerusalem based on an expose. Hello, Mr. Martins.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, the line went off, and I was trying to call you on WhatsApp, but I couldn't connect with you there. All right, please continue. Go ahead.
So the facts are very clear, and no matter how blind anybody pretends to be, even the blind can see it clearly. We have had the very popular analysis made by Commodore Kunle Olawuni, retired, who the defense intelligence. And it was very clear. The government already knows these people are continuing. So if the government knows the people, why are we deceiving ourselves? We know that she couldn't tell us that when he goes to meet the terrorists in camps, he goes with the kids. So the government knows the people, and we know their camps. And we're telling these stories for how many years? We're just deliberately defeating ourselves, and we have blood on our hands. Because the facts are as clear as crystal. Okay. General Benjamin told us, General Army, that the armed forces are not neutral. They are colluding with the armed bandits killing citizens. What can be clearer than that? How else do you want him to express it? So it's very clear. In addition, why is the government paying terrorists and calling it non-kinetic police? What is that? You know where they are, you don't have to pay them, and you claim you don't know where they are. So have we become so stupid because of our corruption? Can't we think these facts are glaring clear? Did we forget that the became commander-in-chief, he said attack against Boko Haram is attack against the North. Did we forget?
No, sir. He said so.
Did we forget? Was I the one that reported it? Why are we pretending we don't know the truth? Everyone is pretending 200 million, pretending we don't know the truth. Okay, let's proceed. Shettima, when he was the Borno State governor, was the one campaigning for amnesty for Boko Haram. So why are we pretending? Modu Sharif claimed that Shettima is the founder of Boko Haram. Modu Sharif is the former senator. Modu Sharif is the leading politician in the country. Modu Sharif is from Borno State. So all this fact, we pretend we don't know. Things that are published in national newspaper, things that are on TV, we are pretending we don't know. The DFS not capture wanted terrorist Kabiru Sokoto in the Abuja lodge of Shettima. What was he doing there? He wanted terrorists. So we can continue to pretend and deceive ourselves. But thou shalt not kill. And we are indirectly, by keeping silent, we are supporting the murder of citizens. Okay. Am I the one that made the allegations against Matawale? Is it not a religious sheikh? Was the allegation not corroborated by the former assistant of Matawale? Pretending we don't know all this. How long are we going to be pretending? How much more evidence are we looking for? We have credible evidence by people who are directly involved, military chief. And we don't know. Okay. The court in Dubai that convicted Nigerian terrorists. That same court judgment threatened terrorists to people high up in government, and you're pretending you don't know that APC is the sponsor of terrorism. Let the media continue pretending, and let them continue to push government.
But Mr. Martins, how would a house set itself on fire and point fingers outside as to, somebody outside set the house on fire when they were the ones that sponsored their house being on fire? Does it make sense?
Good. Thank you. Do you know that where insurance works, some the house on fire, the same insurance money? So that is the fact. Leave those academic analysis. State is the fact. Okay. Wife of the late Brigadier General Oba. She said the life of a bandit more than the life of a soldier. That statement is deep. She said the life of a bandit. This is under this APC rubbish ruling party. She said the life of a bandit is worth more than the life of a soldier. This is the wife of a Brigadier General who was married by a young soldier who has spent over 30 years in the military. I think she doesn't know what she's saying. In our right, Major General, in case you don't know. Okay. The court in Dubai is wrong. General Dantuma is wrong. Olawuni is wrong. The sheikh who is exposing Matawale is wrong. Everybody is wrong except your academic analysis.
No, Mr. Martins, let's say something. Are we saying that we have a government that deliberately allows its people to be slaughtered like rams on a daily basis, kidnapped and maltreated like animals in a primitive form, to gain what precisely? To what? Because it has brought disgrace and embarrassment to Nigeria and its leadership. So why would they sponsor something that would deteriorate their government, deteriorate how they are perceived?
Excellent. Why is Boko Haram killing people? What is the official name of Boko Haram? You think the official name is Boko Haram? Go and check the official name of Boko Haram. It's in Arabic. And it has the word jihad, in case you don't know. The official correct name of Boko Haram is a nickname. The real name has the word jihad, in case you don't know.
It has the word jihad.
Jihad.
Wow. I thought it means Western education is a sin.
That's what Boko Haram means. And I'm telling you that Boko Haram is a nickname. The real name is in Arabic, and the word is part of the name of the group.
Mr. Martins.
So, what are you saying? Hold on. Oh, please, hold on. This one is Islamic State of West African province.
Yes.
So, what other clarification do you want? Islamic State of the West African province. Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm saying. General Obasanjo is the greatest political figure in Africa. General Obasanjo accused the ruling of Islamization. So you think he also doesn't know what he's saying? Excuse me. You people, the mass media, continue to defend the ruling party. Maybe all of us are here. Okay. All this information, they are not right. But you have a confessional statement and you ignored it. Kawu Baraje was the leader of New PDP. He was the most strategic and the most powerful of the four founders of APC.
Kawu Baraje said that they were the ones that imported these guys from Mali and other Sahelian regions to come in.
So you know it. That's what I wanted to say. And he said they imported them for election. And you're asking, will somebody build a hand and say, what? Your purpose is not their purpose. Your purpose is good governance and security. Their purpose is to control the wealth of the country and to steal it. Please.
Mr.
What do they care if you're killed? What do they care if I'm killed?
Mr. Martins.
It's not your purpose. You are the one that wants security for yourself.
Mr. Martins, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit in time, but I'll be calling you with another number because this network is not good. Maybe I should try and call you on WhatsApp because you keep breaking and there are complaints that they want to really hear you well. So I will try to call you back on WhatsApp. So please activate your data. I'll call you back now. So the thing is this, basically, if we're to go back in time, way back in 2015, thereabout, before former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan left and, congratulated late President Muhammadu Buhari, we had heard at that particular time that the APC had written a compendium, that is several letters, to the United States government alleging that insecurity had literally pervaded Nigeria and that the Jonathan government had no capability of handling this. They wrote articles, several reports, persons like Reno Omokri, also the current INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amukwiton. These were prominent individuals who wrote against the government of Jonathan. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also, one of such persons along with his team, who actually, along with Amechi, who is currently in the ADC, these were persons who absolutely gave a breakdown of insecurity in Nigeria under Jonathan's government, meaning that whatever lobbying or narrative about the sponsor of insecurity in Nigeria and the inability of government to handle it started with this All Progressives Congress. So the question now is this, what happened from then till now? Mr. Martins, thank you.
I'm here.
Yes, this is better. I wanted us to go back in time during the administration of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, before, he conceded to late Muhammadu Buhari. Can you remember that before then, we saw where the US was heavily pressuring Jonathan, where they refused to give him weapons to fight this guy, saying that the weapons were being given to the terrorists, where a couple of reports and articles released by the current persons in government against Jonathan's administration that insecurity has riddled his government and he doesn't have the capacity to handle it. Now, they alleged that Jonathan was the one, that is the PDP, they were the ones who brought in insecurity. And it was on that premise that Buhari was campaigned for, that being a military ruler at some point, he'll be able to eradicate these guys. How come it feels that the APC now says it's the work of the opposition to truncate their government concerning insecurity? The very same people who complained that it was, the PDP that brought in insecurity, and they were the ones who went to the US under Barack Obama at the time with the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls protest to say that Jonathan's government was incapable of handling insecurity.
Don't forget that it was Lagbaja that called us 200 million mumu. It was not me. So when I say it, nobody should blame me. I only agree with Lagbaja. The facts I have stated to you are incontrovertible and are in the public domain. Those facts include a confession by the most powerful figure in the foundation of the ruling party. Now, most of the other exposures we have are from members of the ruling party. These facts are very clear. Now, it was Buhari that said attack against Boko Haram is attack against the North. And he said that even before the 2015 elections. So all this idea of allegations and counter allegations, forget about allegations, face the facts. Face the facts. Then when Boko Haram eventually started and the Jonathan government used the military against them, it was the Shettima that started campaign for amnesty for Boko Haram. So what is confusing here? The case is very straightforward. The ruling party, APC, in case you don't know their name, they are the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism. Okay, under Malami, they said they had the names of 400 terrorist sponsors. Have they released those names?
They've released about 15 of the names.
Okay, do you think that if those people are opposition, they will not release their names? So this is why Labaja called us 200 million. We're not using our brains. Because corruption has closed our brains. We have refused to think. We're just thinking about how to put money in our pockets. Nobody's thinking clearly. They said they used their own mouth. We didn't tell them how many sponsors they had. They said they had 400 sponsors. Why are they hiding the names of the sponsors? They are hiding the names because they are their members. And then, unfortunately for them, Kawu Baraje has exposed them. This Sheikh has exposed Matawale. Modu Sharif said Shettima is the founder of Boko Haram. Is my name Modu Sharif? Modu Sharif is a former senator and a very high-ranking politician.
In the APC.
And a member of the APC. The fact is everywhere. But Nigerians will always close their eyes to the facts. And find some silly logic what is logic? Calling it logic is silly absurdity. To use to justify what is very clear. So these facts are there. Number one, the terrorists, when they attack, they shout Allahu Akbar. Then ISWAP means Islamic State of West African Province. And you are asking me who they are. Their name tells you who they are. Go and check the proper name of Boko Haram. Not Boko Haram. Boko Haram is
Western education.
Their proper name has the word jihad. Hello?
I can hear you. I was trying to tell you that Boko Haram means Western education is a sin.
No, you can't tell me that. I'm telling you that's their street name. They have a formal name. Okay. Formal. And that formal name has the word jihad. Their formal name is not Boko Haram. It has jihad. J-I-H-A-D. It has jihad. So clearly they're fighting a jihad. And what their proper name means is those for the teachings of the Prophet and for jihad. So you are now asking, what is the purpose? Why are they killing people? When their name has jihad. Then, ISWAP is Islamic State of the West African Province. Then Obasanjo told you that there is an Islamization campaign. My friend, there is nothing blood here. There is nothing gray here. Everything is clear. Then Kawu Baraje confessed that they imported these people for elections. Okay, just go to any AI and ask the origin of terrorists in Nigeria and see what it tells you. So these things are clear, but Nigerians, out of corruption, greed, everybody avoids truth. How are we going to get out of this mess if we keep avoiding the truth? It's only the truth that can set us free. We are in extreme poverty, we are in insecurity, and we are persisting in our errors.
All right.
Why can't we stop and save ourselves?
You made a statement here, Mr. Martins, where you said that the military colludes with this terrorist. And there have been reports about the ill treatment of our Nigerian soldiers. For example, several Nigerian Army personnel attached to the Nigerian Army Training Center in Kontagora, Niger State, they accused their commanding officer of subjecting them to inhumane living conditions. We've also heard on several occasions that some of the Nigerian soldiers work as spies for Boko Haram because Boko Haram pays them more, a lot of money. We've also heard that Boko Haram go to these communities and tell the young soldiers or the young boys not to join the Nigerian army because they wouldn't pay them well. These men are complaining that their measured daily allowance of 5,000 naira is being denied them, that they have been there since 2025. They refuse to disclose their names and their identities for fear of reprisals. And according to them, their mandate is to train newly recruited soldiers for deployment to Nigeria's conflict-ridden northeast, where Boko Haram insurgents continue to operate. But that they are 9 in number, and they are currently responsible for preparing hundreds of recruits for frontline combat. But however, they said they're being treated like slaves. They said they're eating very poorly, ill treatment, monies are not given to them, and they have been there. And if you talk, they'll put you in the guard room. Do you think that's why the military is polarized, and that's why we have such porosities when it comes to intelligence and information amongst them?
Well, I think that the military is a very regimented organization. And because it's a very regimented organization, which it should be, they follow the lead of whoever is commander-in-chief. So if the commander-in-chief is the leader of the political party that is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism, you think the military will go and fight the terrorist? I think it is very naive for Nigerians to expect an APC regime to fight APC terrorists. That is very naive. That is the 200 million mumu. That is the meaning. You expect me to fight my own men? Where is the pretense here? You have allegation, you have confession. What are you investigating? What are you researching? Why are you asking me these questions when the facts are clear? If you say they're not clear, I've assembled them for you.
All right, Mr. Martins. Let's move on to...
There are more.
Okay.
There are more, because community people said that normally before the terrorist attack, the Nigerian military comes to search for their own arms and take away their hunting guns so that they are defenseless. And that immediately the military goes, the people arrive. How many times did you hear that? How many protests did you see women wearing black in Plateau? So what evidence are you looking for? Each of the 20 items of evidence we have assembled point directly to the ruling party. Okay, did you see the speed and the effectiveness that the Nigerian military used against the Benin Republic coup plotters? Did you see the speed? Within 24 hours, the Nigerian military bombed the coup plotters and crushed the coup. Why? But they cannot bomb terrorists. We know the camp, we know their name, we know their... What are you telling me? What did the coup plotter in the Republic do to us? These vagabond APC terrorists, they shot down our Alpha jet. They shot down our military helicopter. We didn't do anything to them. We are pampering them. We are paying them salaries. And you are looking for who is the sponsor. Continue to look now. Let the Nigerian media, all the editors, please continue to look for this cause of terrorism in Nigeria. I'm not looking with you. I'm not one of the 200 million mumu. I know the sponsor. Every reasonable person knows the sponsor.
All right, sir. Let's move on to the ADC. Atiku today called out and said that persons should stop insulting him and Mr. Peter Obi, and that it doesn't make any sense for the opposition to be seen as they're not being united. Ever since Peter Obi joined the ADC, there have been contrasting statements and perceptions and feelings, specifically from their various supporters. For the obedience, some of the obedience, or majority of the obedience, a couple of them are not comfortable with the set of persons in the ADC. They said in 2023, these were the persons that Peter Obi ran against, and he wanted to prove something. We cannot continue in the same political circle of perceived corrupt individuals who are only interested in power and not for the interests of the people. Now, a couple of them say that Peter Obi is now lying in bed with the same bedfellows that he had once condemned, and that the kind of political trajectory he wanted to start off from was one that was based on credibility. All right. But, there have also been backlashes. Some persons believe that Atiku should be the presidential candidate, Peter Obi the vice. Peter Obi said nobody has approached him about that. Others believe that if the ADC wants to have a strong contention against the All Progressives Congress, Peter Obi should be the presidential candidate. Meanwhile, for the APC, there are talks that the president may not be fielding Shettima, and that Shettima may join the ADC to be Peter Obi's vice, if at all, the primary is conducted and he emerges as the president or the flag bearer of the party's ticket. How do you see all of these conjectures and speculation and opprobrium?
Well, the first thing is that I'm not a member of the ADC. Okay. I don't want to be a busybody prognosing in their affairs. We have our own plans to establish our credible alternative. So that's what we're working on. In my clear opinion, following the facts as usual, Peter Obi won the 2023 elections with a very wide margin, very wide. Unfortunately, the ruling party conspired with INEC and published fraudulent results. And anybody who wants to argue with me, I'm not interested in worthless arguments. To know who won the election, bring the polling unit results. Simple. Why are you hiding them? You say you switched off IREB, you say it failed. Okay, what about the paper? The paper results, bring them out. They were subpoenaed in court. INEC did not bring them. What is INEC hiding? INEC is hiding because the polling unit results will see that LP won the election. The ruling party could not get 14% in Lagos State, where their candidate lives and was governor. So they failed woefully. So I don't want to start speculating about ADC. I think that, like Babangida said, Tinubu and Atiku, they are too old. Babangida said it. Do you need Babangida to tell you that if you are not 200 million mumu? Atiku, I think, is going to be 79 this year. 2027, we want to be president at 80. Tinubu is about 90. He wants to be president. So what is all this?
So if that's the case,
are we not the two who that Labaja called us?
Would you say Peter Obi made a mistake in joining the ADC? Do you think he should have remained in the Labour Party, considering what was going on in the Labour Party? And what could
No. You see. I'm not his advisor. Yes, we support.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Martins. Mr. Martins. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
Very clearly.
All right, you were skipping. Please go ahead.
I can hear you very clearly.
All right, go ahead, sir. Continue.
We supported Labour Party in 2023, following our leader, Chief Dr. Obasanjo, who was very clear about lesser evil. And that...
Hello, Mr. Martins. Are you getting a call?
It's perfect. No.
Okay, because it's interrupted. All right, continue.
So it was clear to us that the Labour Party not only had the best chance, but was the lesser evil, as theorized by Chief Dr. Obasanjo, former president. We supported the Labour Party. The election was clearly won. It was stolen. So these ADC things, since I'm not their member, I may become an interloper to get in their affairs. But I think a few things are very clear. At 80, Atiku is too old, like Babangida said. At 90, Tinubu is too old, like Babangida said. So do we need Babangida to tell us that? Are we not the same people that put retirement age at 60 and the regular retirement at 55? So what is this problem with 90-year-olds? Biblical life expectancy is 70. In my opinion, Peter Obi is too old. In my own opinion.
Really? At 64
we need under
years?
60. Yes, we need under 60. We need under 60. That's I said in my own opinion.
So where are these under 60s? Where are these under 60s that are supposedly vibrant and can lead? Because there's a problem with...
What do you mean? I ran for president in 2015.
Okay.
And I won the election clearly. Forget the Nigerian fraud. I won the election clearly. INEC knows that I won the election.
In NCP at the time?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Martins, you made statements about an alternative. If a primary is held, let's say party primaries will be held sometime in June, that is if the Electoral Act is not assented to. You know that in the Electoral Act, there are changes to be made whereby November elections will be held, and afterwards, anything that has to do with elections will be done with before May 29 the following year. Until possibly that is accented to by the House and the President, because they've not yet decided on that. A majority of the House members have not decided on that to pass it as a law. We do not know yet. But if it is something that they bring back and consider, there's a tendency that elections may take place this year. We do not know. INEC is already trying to, accelerate the registration and process and PVC and all of that. In that regard, Mr. Martins, do you think opposition political parties are ready? Do they look ready to be formidable against the All Progressives Congress?
Some political parties are very ready. What do you mean, are they ready? Is the ruling party ready?
Are the ruling party feels ready?
You present your candidate and you present your manifesto. What is readiness? That's readiness. You present your candidate, you present your manifesto. The people make their decision. Well, what is readiness? The political negotiations will normally go on. So what is readiness? Readiness is a candidate and a manifesto. So nobody is ready yet because no candidate has emerged.
The ADC says they're ready and they're very confident that they will win the elections in 2027.
Just like they have been saying rubbish just like they were saying rubbish that it is PDP that brought the terrorists when they know they brought the terrorists. And they have been exposed and they have even exposed themselves. So why should I listen to trash talk? How are they ready? Can Tinubu win primary? Was he endorsed in the Northeast? Has their former chairman not gone to ABC? The former chairman of APC?
Yes.
Chief John Oyebu, His Excellency.
Yeah.
Has Malami not gone to ABC? So just wait. Everybody's going to leave APC. You just wait.
So guys, many Nigerians are really wondering what is happening in this country. I mean, like I've always said, Southern Kaduna is very prone to all these attacks. Is it that the defense chief who is from Kaduna State, is it that he doesn't know his communities are prone to terrorist attacks? There were no military on ground, no police, no what do they call this other paramilitary forces? None of them were there. They don't have vigilantes. These are, at least if the vigilantes were there, they would have at least captured one person or fired one of those terrorists. But now nobody was there. People were in the churches. All of a sudden terrorists came and packed almost 200 persons. I'm like, how did it even happen that almost 200 able men, women, children, youths, elderly were all packed into the bush of almost 200? It's appearing to be an unbelievable case, but that's the reality of being a Nigerian. You are going to experience things like they always say, let Nigeria not happen to you. That should just be your prayer. This person say it's disheartening for Nigerian police to debunk the abduction without any investigation or fact in the first place. This is very wrong. They need to only apologize to Nigerians and the victims, but also do the necessary to secure their release. We should avoid actions that will make the police untrustworthy. That's what it has become. Who believes the police? This person, the zoo police, or who again? This person, whatever the Nigerian police deny, that is true. The disgraced country, a disgraced police. So they didn't confirm before denying the genocide on the indigenous Christians, country of particular concern. So guys, many people are reacting. This has to do with Christians who came to church but could not serve God only because they are Christians. And this one here now say nobody will save you in Nigeria. The earlier you know it, the better for you. Police made U-turn. They realized Nigerian citizens have been kidnapped by some group of government boys. He says government boys. And this other person here say Nigerian police, Nigerian military and kidnappers work hand in hand. So guys, you can see them in the uniform with the Nigerian army, that they work hand in hand. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. Now this person said the particular commissioner of police in Kaduna State should be sacked. that particular commissioner of police should be sacked. And this man says, shame. I sincerely can't see the country develop if people don't get punished for anything. And those who make mistakes will always do abracadabra to cover their mistakes, and nothing will happen. Sincerely, no nation can develop like this. So guys, Nigeria can hardly develop with what is happening. I mean, what is happening, my people? What is happening? A country of particular concern, a now disgraced country. In a functional country, the police who came out to deny the kidnapping would have been sacked by now. They would have been, they wouldn't even apologize. What country are people still clinging to? Nigeria is on a free fall. The pressure is too high, but then they continue to expose themselves to the world. So they finally admit it. Wonder if the next update will include we are also working on not losing track of people, or is that too ambitious? So people are just wondering why the Nigerian police came out in the first instance to also deny that there is even a kidnapping. I mean, almost 200 persons kidnapped, and the country of particular concern is saying it's a lie. So guys, wonders shall never end in Nigeria. Now Showore has blasted the Egbetokun. Showore said, when will this retired, tired, incompetent, corrupt, and illegal Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ekpetokun, finally be shown the way out of the police headquarters? Morale within the force has collapsed under his watch. He has reduced the institution to trivialized caricature, trivializing the Nigerian police force and running it completely into the ground. The damage is evidence not only in the growing loss of public trust, but also in the deep frustration of officers who see the little professionalism left replaced by decay, illegality and impunity at every top. How could Nigerian police force deny the obvious church abduction on Kajuru in Kaduna for close to 1 week? You know, this thing happened on Saturday, on Sunday. Now today is what? Today is Wednesday, and it's still 4 days now. They are just coming out to realize that actually people were kidnapped. And this person Showore, this weekly illegal, incompetent, corrupt chorus against every IGP since 2019 is getting old. You said the exact thing about Idris Baba and Egbetokun, yet security keeps deteriorating under multiple administration. Blaming one man ignores the bigger rod. Underfunding, poor intelligence, proper interference, and bandits operating with nearly impunity for life. The Kajuru denial was shameful and indefensible. No argument there. But turning it into yet another remove now rant without offering any serious reform roadmap just feel like recycling outreach for engagement. Nigerians dying in churches need solution, not another all-cap threat calling someone tired and retired. If criticism was enough, the problem would have been solved by now. Which solution do you want him to provide now that the Tinubu's government will take? And this person said, public institutions survives on trust, transparency, and accountability. When leadership fails to protect citizens, support officers, and communicate honestly in times of crisis, confidence naturally erodes. The issue is bigger than one man. Nigerians deserve a police force that is professional, responsive, and guided strictly by the rule of law. Silence or denial in the face of tragedy like the Kajuru abduction only deepens public anger and distrust. Reform is no longer optional, it's urgent. Will Tinubu reform the police? That's the question. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.